It's getting chaotic out here, y'all. It's getting chaotic. I know somebody gonna say do your research. They the skinniest plants I ever seen. Those are black cherries. I'm not gonna cry, y'all. Hello, welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space out in my backyard. And tonight I am going to fertilize the watermelon with some rabbit manure. If you saw my last video, I told you that I found this at a farmer's market. Y'all, I am really starting to love farmer's market. I go every Saturday now. I go to some farmer's market every Saturday, whether I'm looking for tallow, which is beef fat. Well, suet is beef fat. It's tallow. Once you render it down, that's what I use for my skin. I have found a guy who does beef bacon. It is delicious. Even the pork bacon tastes different. So I'm just really getting into farmer's market. And that's how I found my mushroom substrate, which, by the way, I have that done. I've cleaned out the mushroom tent, and someone told me to make my own substrate. My anxiety would not let me. If it worked for you, oh my goodness, thank God. I'm sure you're saving a lot of money. My anxiety would not let me make my own substrate, but I don't have a problem supporting another small business in my area, which will still allow me to grow my own mushrooms, dehydrate my mushrooms, and preserve my mushrooms. What else have I found? I mean, I just find all types of stuff. I've also gotten into buying meat there. I'm trying different kind of meats because it's local to me. They're raising them humanely. So I'm getting into that too. I am loving farmers markets. Anywho, I found this rabbit manure. And so through my research, this is something that I research. I don't research everything, right? But some things I do because I don't want to put something on my garden that's going to burn my garden, or it needs to be composted or anything like that. Based on my research, this will not burn my garden. It is cold manure, which means I could just put it right into the garden and it will break down in the garden. I did see like the number of NP and K in rabbit manure. I definitely don't remember that to tell y'all, but I should have put on a long sleeve shirt, y'all. Good gracious. Anyway, it's supposed to be very nutritious for the soil, which will in turn feed the plants. My watermelon is one of my heaviest feeders. I've never had much success growing watermelon, and so I want to see if I put this rabbit manure in here, if it will work. Also, I saw that you can make like rabbit manure tea. I do have 2 more bags, and so I may do that. I don't know like the rate that I'm supposed to put this in the soil. I'm just gonna put some around the plant. They call it like side dressing, and so that just means you put it around the plant's roots, like not right up on the stem, just around the plant, because that's where the roots will be. So that's my plan tonight. After I get this done, I'm going to plant any beans that's missing in the purple bags because I don't want them to be too far behind the plant that's already in the bag. And then after that, oh my goodness, we have to harvest the blueberries. So that's what I'm doing tonight. It is probably around 6-ish, so I have a little bit of time, and that's what I'm going to do tonight. So rabbit manure is very much just dry. It's not moist. You can see like some of the rabbit hair in it, but it's like little pellets if you have never seen rabbit manure. So I am gonna put my gloves on just cause, I mean, it's an animal's manure. In my mind, I'm gonna put my gloves on. You might not have to, but I'm going to do that, all right? So let's get started so we can move on. I do still have that 1 watermelon that I was telling y'all about. Oh, and thank you all for saying that I can hand pollinate watermelon. So I will maybe start doing that because the one that I had on this vine right here, it definitely did not get pollinated. I don't see any more. Oh yes, 1 more here too. Okay, cool. I'm feeling good. Also, this little cage that I put around it that I use from my old greenhouse, it's working. I can come and pull it and push it back where it's supposed to be before it gets out of hand. So I do like that. And so if this rabbit manure works, I have a place that I can grow my watermelon. And remember I was saying I think it's getting shaded. I still been watching. It is getting shaded earlier part of the day. But we're gonna see what happens. I also need to come and just kind of trim the grapevine up a little bit. Y'all see me scratching, it's because of the mosquitoes, and I didn't put socks on tonight for whatever reason, and I got Crocs on. We might end up having to take a break while I go get some socks, because girl, I mean, they eat my ankles up. Okay, so all I'm planning to do is kind of pull the soil back, and I'm getting questions about the straw again. The straw is, I think it's called Straw Bros, and I got it from Tractor Supply. I might have a bag. If I do, I'll show the bag in a little bit. It does look like, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, watermelon has shallow roots. Am I right when I say that? Yeah, it's completely dry, but you know, it's poop, so. So I'm just dropping it in here, and I'm gonna put some around it, and then I'm just gonna cover it back up and see if we start to see a difference in the growth of these vines. And I can see the roots, so that's cool. And there is 2 plants over here, but it is what it is. I left it like that. And I've been putting compost down too, every so often, additional compost. And then I am gonna water it in, because I imagine just like any other fertilizer, it needs to be wet to start breaking down and working with the soil, or at least moist. So I'm gonna do that. I am happy to see that soil was pretty moist. We've had a lot of rain, so I mean, that makes sense. So I'm gonna also do this with the corn, because that's a heavy feeder. Thank you to everyone who is explaining how pollination of corn works. I did go and look at it, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. So we're still gonna see what happens. I don't think that I'm gonna try to like hand pollinate it this year though. I just wanna see what it does on its own. If I'm lucky, I'll get corn. If I don't, you know, that's fine too. I'll just try again next year. I'm just happy to see the corn growing at all, y'all. Somebody is cutting their grass, so sorry about that if you hear it. And then we're dropping this around it, and then I'm gonna go around and do the rest. Oh, I broke my calendula. It's all right. Ooh, my ankles. Chickens, they eat my ankles up. All right, let's take a little bit break. I'm gonna put some socks on. Okay, so I decided on a long sleeve shirt and socks, and my socks and stuff don't match, but baby, as long as I can get back out here. Anyway, I was like, not tonight. I can't fool with them. Some nights I can fool with them a little bit better than other nights, but tonight is not one of them nights. So I put on a long sleeve shirt, a light long sleeve shirt. By the way, anybody knows of a product that feels light on your skin, protects you from UV rays, drop it in the comment box. I'm trying to find like some long sleeve shirts and maybe even like tights that protect from the UV rays. I can wear it outside, it's light even in the heat, because I have noticed that I have started getting like breakouts from the sun. And I know y'all can tell I done got a little bit darker than I normally am, because I've been out here in this garden, y'all. So if you know of any products like that, I'm gonna look myself, but I know people know of things that I would have never found, or you know which ones work and which ones don't. So let me know if you know of any product like that. I do need it to be light though, like I don't want to be hot. This shirt is a little bit hot. Or you know, something that has like cooling material. That would be cool too. Like long sleeve, but it cools you down. We on our next plant. I'm hoping that the lawnmower calms down a little bit, but so I'm putting like 2 handfuls in here. Again, never did it before, but I hear that it works well. Really focusing on my watermelon plants this year, y'all, because I want to grow some watermelon for my daughter. I don't eat it, like I told y'all before. All right, now we're on to the last one. I figured I'd put you in a better spot so you could kind of see what I'm doing. Just dropping it around the plant, not right up on the plant, because the roots are further out. That's where I want the manure to start breaking down. I want it to break down where the roots are. And as I understand it, you can just put it on the top and water it in too, like a mulch, based off what I read. And then as it breaks down, it'll go into the soil, kind of like I do the compost, but I just figured I would like it to be closer to the roots. It's very, very noisy out here tonight, y'all. By the way, there's a little squash right here. It's on this little tiny plant. I wasn't expecting these plants to do much. All right, so we're just gonna pull the soil back, same way we did on the other side. So we're just gonna put it in here as well. Who is calling me? That was my father. I think between the compost and the rabbit manure, we should be in there this year, y'all. I don't want to lose none of this. Get in the bed. Don't fall on the ground. I don't want to lose none of this. Nice, nice, nice. By the way, y'all, let me turn y'all to me, because I know y'all gonna be like, I know you didn't. But I'm about to tell y'all something that I know y'all gonna be like, girl. Guess what we gonna be doing either this week or next week? We're gonna put in some irrigation. We're not putting it all the way around, Bootstrap Farmer sent me some irrigation. Y'all know me. I'm like, it seemed like a lot of work. That's gonna be number one. I don't mind watering my garden. I'm gonna try it on like one bed, because putting in irrigation, just to me, it seemed like a lot of work. So we're gonna see what we get. Now I'm back to the corn fertilization. I also was thinking about putting it on the bag, because that would be a perfect place for it to go. If it works, like, well, it probably does work like everybody say it does. Let me stop saying it like that. But it would be a great place for me to try to put it. It's easy for me to water the beds, and I have to water the beds less. The bags I have to water quite often. So I was thinking about trying to put it on the bags. I don't know, we're gonna see. We're gonna put it together together. The other thing I need to do tonight is make sure I have all my tomatoes attached to the trellis, even if it's like a sucker. I need to check that too tonight. So we'll probably do that as well. Give me any tips on using rabbit manure. I didn't put it in these beds now, but I'm hoping for the best. Everybody hope for the best with me. But give me any tips you know about using it. Like, do you use rabbit manure tea? I'm interested in doing all the things with it. So let me know. Lord, there's corn all in my face. I'm looking down in there, because I'm thinking we've had some windy days, and where the corn has started to let the little red things out, mine is red. They might be different colors for different corn varieties. I imagine it's dropping down with the wind. We've had wind and we've had rain, so I imagine that it's working. All right, let me finish this, and then we're gonna move on to something else. All right, everything that I wanted. Oh, we still got to do those other small peppers. I'm gonna mix some into the small pepper bag too. But I'm gonna water this in, because I'm right over here by this now anyway, and then we'll get the hose link to water the watermelon bed. All right, so with this, I'm just gonna take the straw off of the top. These are very small plants. Not all of them are very small. This one is definitely tiny. But I'm gonna take the straw off of the top of the plant first. Then I'm gonna mix the soil, mix the rabbit manure in with the soil, and put the straw back. And the soil looks moist, so it's not a watering issue. Again, like I said, we done had so much rain, can't nothing be not watered. And especially a bag this big, with this small of a plant, it's got a lot of moisture in it, because the plant is not really taking up anything. You can see the roots there. Doesn't have much roots within it. But we're gonna see if this can help. Might be a nitrogen deficiency, but definitely for aphids, a lot of these plants, all of these plants for the most part, for aphids. And we're gonna water this in too. And I'm not gonna put all of that straw back on there, I don't think. That could have been some of the problem too. So remember, I was doing a lot of the straw early on to fight the weeds, so I was putting it in real thick. Doesn't mean it still needs to be that thick right at this moment. Whew, a little warm out here today, y'all. The roots aren't very deep in here, so maybe I'll get lucky and they'll start to reach and then start to grow. We shall see. And then we can follow these, because nothing else I've done seems to work right now. They trying to give us peppers, which I'm gonna take off because the plant just doesn't look good enough to be trying to give peppers. That's a sweet banana, and I have another one in the garden, so that's not a big deal. I have a few more sweet bananas in the garden, actually. All right, we're gonna water this in, and then move on to watering in the watermelon. Yeah, I really love these hose reels. If you're thinking about getting a hose reel, it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. They are both worth it. Now, this one isn't as sturdy as the hose link, but I've had it for years and I still love it. I still love it. So if you're thinking about it, just realize I ain't had no earrings on. It's okay. I'm in the garden. But if you're thinking about buying a hose reel, you should. I'll link both of the hose reels that I have, because they're much worth it. It makes it so much easier to water. And especially since I have my garden, so like all the beds and stuff are so close together and so many bags, like it's much easier than pulling a big old hose behind you and trying to make sure you don't break plants. I've done that. I've had to do that before I got these hose reels, and I'm telling you, this is much better. So today is the 9th of June. We're gonna watch these to see if we see any significant improvement. I think these would be the best things to kind of pay attention to because they've been struggling ever since I planted them. So I think they would be the best thing to pay attention to. We got some weeds, might as well pull some weeds while we water. I think this is crabgrass, I don't know. It's a pain in my side in this garden, it always has been. Whatever kind of weed it is. Yeah, I got coffee cups everywhere. I need to take them in the house. There's one right here, there's one over there, there's one on the porch. Got coffee cups everywhere out here. I'm gonna take them in the house tonight. All right, so that's done. All right, we're gonna put this one back because we don't need it. But look, I do gotta watch out where I drop it, but, oh, I was standing on it. That didn't go the way I expected, but y'all saw what I was trying to do. All right, let's get the hose link one. And I always just pull it further than I think I need it so that I make sure when I get into the garden it works. But look, I pulled that all the way from over by the greenhouse and I'm here and ready to water. I absolutely love these. Oh, that's a snail. Wow. It's getting chaotic out here, y'all. It's getting chaotic. The wildlife trying to take me out. That's on mist. We need it on, oh my Lord, I'm getting ready to tear up. I had it on shower. And we just watering around the watermelon. And I know y'all also, I think somebody said they also like a lot of water. So I do try to water over here more often too. Listen, how often do y'all think I should put it down? I know somebody gonna say do your research. But I'm gonna tell you my research is gonna be doing it and seeing what happened. But how often y'all think I should put this rabbit manure down? And y'all, I'm trying not to use a sprinkler this year just to see if I see any difference in my tomatoes. I think my tomatoes died out a little bit early last year. Also though, I was working a crazy job and so I was just turning the sprinkler on and letting it go for what it know. My water bill was high too. And I was leaving it off for like an hour and a half, just water the garden. I don't want it to completely die. So I'm trying not to use a sprinkler this year too, because I don't mind watering my garden. It was just like, I didn't feel like dealing with other stuff when I got home. Oh God. Anyway, y'all, you know, it's been 10 months. The 20th of this month will be 10 months since I left my job. And in 2 months, it'll be a whole year, y'all, a whole year. Time flies by. It's been good. It's been good. I can't complain. And my garden is amazing because of it. All right, I think we're done here. I'm gonna leave the hose link hose reel in here just in case I have anything else that I need to water tonight. Well, we will because we're about to put the beans in the bag. All right, so we are done here. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this turns out, y'all. So we need 9 beans. I'm not gonna worry about which one is which, I don't think. I'm just gonna grab some beans. As long as they grow, it doesn't matter. Definitely gonna do black beans and dragon tongue because that's what's in those beds. Look at that, y'all. These are also Bootstrap Farmer trays. Like, I love these trays. So these are beans. Beans don't prefer, based on the research, to be transplanted. But when it's like this, and these beans are just gonna slide out of this tray, I haven't had any issues with my beans being transplanted. But again, you know, I transplant my beans when they are in the ground too, as long as I take enough of the soil with me. And I never had a problem. I never had a problem. So, see? There's more right there, but we're gonna transplant these tonight into those bags and keep it moving on to the next thing we need to do. And I'm saying a lot tonight. I don't know why. I think it's because I have some things I want to get done this evening, and so I'm kind of talking and rushing at the same time. Doesn't really work out, but that's exactly what I think is going on here. But I wanted to take y'all along with me, so if it feels rushed, I do apologize. Pretty sure these are dragon tongue on this side, so we're just gonna make a little hole. Oh, I see the bean. I think it rotted out. We're just gonna replant it with the dragon tongue beans that we have. So I just put a hole here and we're gonna drop that down in the bag and it pops right out. And then all of the roots come right out with it. Y'all see that? So that worked out really well. That's another reason why I really like those trays, because your roots are not getting torn as you pull them out of the tray. We're gonna move on, put one in here. And I am looking for the bean because I'm just interested to see. I mean, like this one looks like it's okay. Well, no, that one looks a little weird too. All right, we're gonna replant that one too. Squeeze my sides. That's gonna loosen up the soil. And then everything is gonna come right out. And those are my roots of the beans. No tearing, nothing like that. Looks real good. And I think somebody asked me about those pots recently. They're from Bootstrap Farmer. There's always a link down in the description, y'all. Always a link. Love their product. All right, on to this bag now. Gonna look for the bean that I actually planted in here. I found it. That wasn't even connected to anything. Y'all see that? Wasn't connected to no roots or nothing. So that's fine. Let's move along. That had rotted out. I don't know if y'all can see it. That's fine. We got beans. That's why I'm happy I've done what I've done this year. Let me go grab another dragon tongue. Be right back. The dragon tongue beans do have good germination though. These seeds are from Baker Creek. Love it. Love it, y'all. I think this one was a cucumber that just didn't come up. So we need to go get the cucumber seeds too. I don't see the seed. All right, on to the tomatoes. All right, so I grabbed my tomato clip box and we're just gonna go over here and see if anything needs to be attached to the trellis. Also, sorry y'all, the gimbal is really fighting me today. It's really fighting me today, but I'm gonna take it in. I'm trying to get all my videos for this week done and then I'm gonna take it in. Cause truth be told, it's the same day that my last video came out. I'm just doing it in the evening. And then I'm gonna record tomorrow. That way, perhaps, by the time they get it back to me, we wouldn't have had to use that other camera that long. That's what I'm hoping for. We also probably need to put one more string across the top of this. We're not doing it tonight though. I don't feel like it, so we're not. But what we are going to do is go ahead and attach whatever is like, that can go to the stake, Like this is the stake attached to the string. I'm gonna attach the tomato to the stake so it can still grow straight up. That's my plan. That's what I'm running around and doing tonight. Again, we still need to put some string around these because they getting taller than the string. In this case, the stake is still there, but in some cases it's not. All right, like see this one, there's no stake left. So I have to put a string across here. Probably do that tomorrow, but we got a sucker right here that I can attach to the string. This daisy plant is down here fighting me, y'all. I mean, I'm fighting for dear life, this daisy plant. I'm gonna cut some more of those and take them in the house. They'll just keep growing, so that's cool. Plants still look good, but if I see something like this, I'm about to show you. If I see something like this, I take it off. Just because I don't want whatever it is. I mean, it could just be an old leaf, but it also could be a disease. I don't want it to start to spread. So I take that off if I see it. Here go another one. And it's not very big, but something like that, if it's a disease or a fungus or something, it could spread quickly. Ha, my little cousin is here, y'all. And I told her she hasn't been here in a while. I don't know why, because she used to always be at our house. She just hadn't been here in a while. Anyway, I said, you got to go see my garden. She came outside and she said, it's a strawberry. And I said, you can pick it. And so she picked it and she ate it. She was excited. Now, what she did say was, it's got a hole in it. I said, girl, let me see it. Let me just make sure it's good to eat. I already knew it was good to eat. She said it didn't have a hole in it. It had like little pieces from, I guess, being on the ground. Y'all, just delicious. Oh, I'm looking in the tomatoes. We got good airflow down there. Can y'all see? It's good airflow. You gonna see that? That's a paste tomato. Yep. All right, let's move on. I done got all off of what I'm supposed to be doing. Look at the gimbal, look at the gimbal. Here we go, we back. I done got all off of what I'm supposed to be doing. All right, let's do this section. Once you get it set up, it's easy to maintain. I had such a problem because I never took the time to even get it set up the first time. But it looks like everything is attached over here. But I took this string way up the first time I did it because this was just a mess anyway. It was a mess. Let me look at this side. Yeah, everything seems good over here. I'm not even seeing any spots in this one, so that's cool. We love that for me. Let's move on to the others. I did the cherry tomatoes and the other ones the other day. They're very easy. They're the skinniest plants I've ever seen. Let's go to the ones behind the larger bed. From looking over here, they all look fine too. No, I take that back. As soon as I got close. Not seeing any leaves that look diseased. What I do see is a sucker down there that I need to pull up. So I'm gonna have to go around the back. I was hoping I didn't have to, but that didn't work out. Oh yeah, it's a few back here. I need to cut the crap. So right here, it's quite a few that's kind of hanging in the walkway. This one should make it up to the stream. This is my Brad's Atomic, growing well. It's that time of year. I love it. Those are black cherries. Look how big that one is in the back. I love black cherries. They delicious, but that's what those are. Black cherry tomatoes. Nice. It's just so exciting when you start to see all your hard work start to pay off. Like, look, those are some black cherries right there. So I'm hoping, no, not black cherry, black beauties. So hoping they get a lot bigger. But I will say their shoulders are much blacker than any of them that I've had so far. So I'm hopeful, y'all. So we're in this video getting these blueberries off of the trellis. I'm super excited to finally be getting them off the trellis. I need to go get a pretty big bowl because it's a lot of the blueberries on here, a lot. I said off the trellis. We're gonna get them off the plants, y'all, because ain't no blueberries on no trellis around here. All right, got a bowl and wash my hands because I definitely am sure that I'm going to be eating some of these blueberries while we harvest them. I'm also probably going to take y'all along with me, clean the chicken coop out, grab their eggs, get the quail eggs, all of that stuff too. And then, so it's like a night in the garden, the things that I do, because I don't work in the heat. Like, I don't work in the daytime when it's really hot. I get up in the morning, I come out and I check. I do things in the morning when the sun comes out and it starts getting hot, because we've been in the high 80s. I think we have 90s this week. I don't come out here. So if I need to water and stuff like that, I would do that at night. I would do watering in the morning too. But yeah, during the day, I'm in the house either like editing or just doing whatever, you know, I need to do. But I don't work out here in the heat. So you saw the morning on Monday, and now you see in the evening on Wednesday. All right, so taking off the clip, lifting up the cover. All I have to do, as long as I keep the clip, I'm good to go. And I'm sure these are ready to go now. Like, pretty much all of these gotta be ready to go now. Let's do a taste test though. Yeah, they're good to go. Let's taste a handful of these, y'all. They're gonna be good, watch. Just delicious. So delicious. All right, let me put this back on here. Take care of the chickens and the quail and move on in the house. I still gotta cook dinner. Off to take care of the chickens and the quail. But first, let's eat a few more blueberries. Just good, y'all. My blueberry bushes are in the ground. All came from Lowe's. All right, so about to get them some water because they have food. I did this yesterday. Also, gonna get the eggs, which are much easier for me to see now. Love that for me. And their water isn't nearly as filthy as it normally is, so that is definitely a plus. I normally do their water and stuff at night just because in case I sleep in or something like that. My daughter on summer break now. But even before that, in case I sleep in, they have what they need until I get out here. And they have food because I filled that up yesterday. They're good to go. That's pretty much it. All right, that's it on that one. I saw an egg in the back. There it goes. You know, some quail lay blue eggs. It's called celadon. Now, that I've said celadon one time, and somebody who like really does quail, she explained it to me. It's a trait in the quail. I don't think it's actually a quail, what do you call it? It's not a quail breed, as I understand it, it's a trait. And somebody asked me about putting their waterer and feeder up on something. Whatever I find, it needs to be small because their space is already limited in here. It wouldn't be a bad idea at all, but whatever it is, it needs to be something small, same size as the water. Like, I don't want to put a brick or anything in there because that's just more their space being taken up. Look, they don't really try to come out anymore. They'll come to the door. Now, they'll try to escape through a hole, but they don't try to run out. That's what they used to do. They try to run out. They don't normally lay at the top. They pretty much always lay down at the bottom, even with sand in here. The chickens aren't going to need water. I did their water Sunday. So they won't need water, so I'm not going, but even this will go into the chicken area. I mean, this thing, loving it. Absolutely loving it, y'all. So now we're gonna go, we need to get eggs, but we also gonna clean the chicken coop. And this is what I use, and I come out here every night at the end of my night of like doing things in the garden. This is always the end of my night, the chickens and the quail. So we're gonna go in here, clean this out, get any eggs, make sure if there's anything in their water that I get it out too. And then we're going in the house. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. They all running behind me like I got treats. It's 4 eggs in there. So I just come in here and do like this to get any of the manure out, and I just throw it because that's where I will be using it for the garden. So that's where I wanted to kind of break down at, and it will. But I do this at the end of the day. Oh, it's 5 eggs in here. Oh, wait. I didn't get eggs last night. That's what happened. What was I doing last night? Oh, I know what I was doing last night. Y'all will find out, I will tell you. And I can take these roosts out so I can make sure I get everything. All right, I think that's it. Let me get the eggs. She laid, y'all. Oh, I'm so excited. I almost want to cry. Oh, she laid. This is the one we were waiting on to lay. Oh, thank God. Oh God, I'm not gonna cry, y'all. I've been watching her so close. She finally laid. She finally laid. All right, we definitely great in this video. She laid, y'all. I'm so happy. It has been a week or 2 since she laid an egg, y'all. I was so nervous. Ooh. Thank God. It took me back for a minute, y'all. Just give me a minute, 1 minute. She laid. This is the egg I have been waiting for. Oh, it is looking up. There is improvement in my flock. All right, anyway, I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram where I post about the things going on in my garden almost every day. Bye, y'all.